I got booted off.
They do got a maintenance coming up tomorrow.
Yeah, I got booted too.
Alright, good. So it's a bunch of us, not just a few of us.
Welcome to the OBRL TV style broadcast. We apologize for our delay, but we had some technical difficulties that we worked out. We're in our first caution, and it looks like we had a major accident with Brian in a Bull Glass, Mike Schrader, and a couple other fast runners caught up in the mix right now. Everybody's coming into the pits, getting some fresh tires and some new fuel. But apologize for the technical difficulties. We're joining the race late. We're 15 laps of 100, but we'll bring you the rest of the race the best we can. I would like to announce Ken Schultz in the booth tonight with us as a special commentator, and we're looking forward to Ken joining the booth periodically and being up here with us. Thanks for joining us, Ken.
Hey, great to be with you, Pete. I'm looking at the replay of the accident. It looked like Mike Schrader got just slid up a little bit in the number 73 car. And yeah, we got a few cars that got involved. I only see 3 that got involved so far. Mike took the worst damage out of all of them. But
big storms.
Like Pete said, a lot of cars in the pit area getting fresh rubber and all that. So Pete, hey, thanks for welcoming me to the OBRL Tower. Eventually I'll be back on racetrack shortly.
Sounds good. Well, we'll call the rest of this race the best we can. Right now, I'm sure you got a lot of hot tempers down there with 15 laps in, and some of these guys are going to be going home early.
So if y'all want to come out and have a good race, run the off-road truck, come out and give it a try. It starts 8:30 Eastern time. Half-hour practice, 2 heat races, and then a main event. There's also qualifying. They've been having a good turnout. They had 8 trucks last week. So come out. It's for fun. Everybody's having a great time. And come out and race with those guys. Support that part of the league.
Is this still 2 to green or is there 1 to green?
Cars are starting to reassemble down the backstretch. Josh Mayeu is leading the group of cars yet.
Brian, or are you just off in the grass for some reason?
Yeah. I don't know what happened. My screen switched.
We're on the 16th lap of 100.
Desktop. No, it wasn't something to do with iRacing. It's something to do with my computer. I just turned to the left and stay out of everybody's way.
Okay.
So
cool.
quick rundown. Josh Mayhew first, Steve Thompson, Ed Adams, and Thomas Ogle running your top 4. Next 4 is Brian the Bull Glass, Vernon Markheim. Oops, and I missed the last 2.
And Mike Schrader.
Looks like Jim Westerfield and Christopher Monroe running up your top 8.
That is correct. It looks like we're getting in line again. Hopefully 1 to go here. Bringing this field to the start-finish line.
Looks like Mike Watts might have been involved in that accident also. I saw him just coming out of the pit area just now after some repairs.
Yeah, I'm looking at a couple of people. It looks like they just did secondary pit stops. I'm wondering if they're going to try to run this thing long.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what a fuel run is out here, but some good strategy by a lot of these drivers.
You know as well as I do, these drivers are known for, pit strategy. So sometimes you can't call what they're doing in the pits, especially if they're jumping in, just getting some gas. Maybe they think they can run them tires a little extra,
Yeah, it's a good group of guys. A lot of experience out here. This is a league that you must be 35 years or older, have an I rating of just under 3,500 or be under 3,500. So there's a lot of good quality drivers out here. From top to bottom, it's a good group of guys and good association and good league to be with.
Green flag's out. We're ready to race. Steve jumps on to an early start in a low line. Looks like he's getting pushed there by Josh Mayeu. Oh, sorry, that was Ed Adams pushing the 67 to the front there.
Yeah, without that push, I don't think Steve goes to the front. Josh is really fast. Josh elected to start on the outside, thinking that was a faster route.
Yeah, that 67, he got some trust with some people, so they'll go with him in certain areas. So I look for those three to be battling out front all most of this race.
Got a little bit of three wide going back about 12, 13 positions back. Nice solid. Everyone, a lot of guys are on the higher line. Everyone's minding their P's and Q's right now.
The pits, it looks like we still got some people with an extended stay. We've got Gary Corbin in there. He's been in there for quite some time. Hopefully he can get himself prepared and get some laps, help him out with his IPL tonight.
I also see that Kelvin Miller is also in the pit area right now. Chuck Carroll making a down low run on Chris Scales. Chris pulls some power down the front straightaway, pulls away from Chuck.
Yeah, it's me. I'm trying to get to the bottom. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to get to the bottom.
Right now, we're looking at Chris Scales kind of going through and seeing what he can do. Currently running 9th. Chris gained four positions from the start of this race. Starting out in the 13th position. He's just moving himself up the field here.
Yeah, Chris is being stronger and stronger as a driver in the last couple months. He's doing a good job out there, keeping her clean right now.
Showing a good battle right now between the 8 and the 135, I believe. Chuck Harrell doing well. Chuck seems like he's going to clear the number 8, slide up in front of him. 8's going to not take any of that and do a switchback, but no, he decides to stay behind him.
I want to find out now in case I had to do it later, know what I mean?
The leaders are closing up on some lap traffic we'll have to encounter in the next lap or two. Field's starting to strain out a little bit. Run a lot more single file.
Did notice that Vernon Mayeu, or Margim, is currently in 6th, lost 3 positions through all that. I'm watching him for a little bit here with 15, looks underneath him, and trying to take that spot away. Might go down another spot.
Yeah, Vern's pretty smart driver. He might just be saving his tires for a little bit here.
Oh yeah, he's not giving up easy. He's definitely fighting back on the outside here, looking to go into turn 1. He's still going to fight him all the way through. Poking his nose out, looking around, seeing what he can do.
Jim Westerfield sticking in there a little bit and seeing which way those two guys are going to go.
Maybe buying his time, just letting those guys slow each other down, waiting to make his move. Steve's got himself, the 67, has got himself out there to a nice, comfortable lead. He's kind of setting the pace at this point. I'm thinking he's saving his equipment, and the 2 folks behind him, I think, are also going to just follow in line.
Yeah, you got Brian out there, very experienced racer, very solid, very seldom makes an error and all that. So I'm sure you're right, Pete. I'm sure he's just out there giving it a weight here. We got 74 laps to run yet. A lot of races to go.
It's a shame either one of us didn't get a practice in for this one tonight. We could have given you some gas mileage ideas, but right now we're looking at, most guys are sitting on 12 laps. We'll have to see when pits start coming in and try to figure out who's going to play the game, who's going to play the pit strategy for the gas.
about 4 cars in front of the leaders that are going to go another lap down. I believe they're laps down already, but they'll be going down another lap here shortly.
Number 11 and Thomas Ogle's looking around at the 42. He's keeping himself in a nice cushy position right now. 15's kind of falling in line behind the 42. Or I'm sorry, behind the 11 of Thomas Ogle. I'm expecting these guys to start just ticking off some laps at this point. Don't push the issues.
You gotta run, Thomas. Let me know, dude. You're gonna go to the bottom.
Number 11 looks underneath the 42, takes that position. He's looking low.
I think you were gonna go right then.
Pete,
Can't make it happen.
Pete, we still got 23 cars on the lead lap yet. We're just under a third of the way in. 135 just brushed up against the wall, racing hard against Jim Westerfield. Looks like Chuck's doing fine. Kevin Eitniear is passing Chuck down the backstretch. Chuck lost a lot of momentum tapping that wall between 1 and 2. Leaders are now passing some of the lapped vehicles. I see Gary Corbett going another lap down along with the 107. That's Jake Hounshield. Jake had a nice run, I believe it was last Wednesday, where he finished on the podium. Had a real nice race.
Yeah, Jake had a really good race. I'll tell you what, he frequents some other series in OBRL and ran into a little bit of trouble by jumping a restart, and he's dealing with that this week for, I believe, the Sunday races. But he's a good driver. He's definitely clean, very fast, and always one to watch out for to come to the front of the pack by the end of the race.
Well, I hate to correct you a little bit there, but that was Jason that had the issue on Sunday morning with the jumping to start. It's his brother Jake that is in the 107. Jason is in the 75 truck.
I stand corrected. Thanks, Ken.
Kelvin Miller going another lap down. He just got back out of the pits after fixing a whole bunch of damage. Have a nice run going between Jim Westerfield and Chuck Harrell again, and also Vern Markham.
Yeah, those three keep kind of looking at each other, and let's see how that turns out.
Great race between those three. Steve Thompson still at a 1.4 second lead. Excuse me, 0.14 second lead. So just over a tenth. Good run for Steve. Brian closing in, keeping it pretty consistent.
For the most part, it looks like we're on 19 and 20 lap tires for most drivers. Looks like we got a spin on the front. We got some Brian Glass and something happened between our two leaders, 67 and Brian Glass, 87. Ended up in the grass.
Yeah, we stay green though, Pete. We stay green.
Brian's hanging low, trying to assess the damage, assess the situation.
Looks like Brian has some right rear damage to his truck.
Seems like he's getting a little loose going in that corner, entering so low. Steve Thompson, 67's coming into the pits. Brian seems like he's going to follow right behind him. Those two must have mixed it up a little bit.
Got Vern just tapped the ball in 1 and 2 there. Looks like he's going to be just fine. Jim Westerfield cutting underneath him, trying to bank a pass on the backstretch. Also trying to pass Tom Ogle going down in the corner number 3.
Seems like that little contact might have bottled up some of that field, getting them to iron out now. Seems like they're going single file again. So hopefully they work this out and don't get too crazy and stay with the patience. Keep this thing going green.
Yeah, I'd like to see a lot of green flag laps here. Got to hand it to Mike Watts. He's been being chased by the leaders for many, many laps. He's been staying on the lap that he's been down, but leaders are starting to close in on him. But if Mike was on the lead lap, he'd be very, very good running tonight. He just got a little bad luck earlier, got involved in a wreck.
Mike has definitely been caught up in some things that are not his fault, but it happens. It's racing, and but he is always a very fast car out there. So
he's really getting good on the ovals, but he really shines on those road courses.
Oh yeah, he's one to follow.
Nice battle between Tom Ogle and Ed Adams going into corner 3 along with Jim Westerfield.
106 looking underneath the 28. Seems like he's going to slide up a little bit. Had to back out of the throttle, I think, a little bit. I think he was taking the slide. Seems the 106 lost a little momentum making that move and slid back 3 positions.
Car 95, Double D DeGeris, entering the pit road, thinking it might be tire and fuel time.
We're sitting there 24, 25 laps, depending on when you pitted last, so I guess that might be a fuel run.
Yeah, John Held also pulling it in right now. Normally a very strong runner. He's coming in right now and getting some service done.
Pit road seems pretty busy. Number 11 looking under the 42. Got a nice drag race coming off the corner. 11 can't make the pass happen.
Got Josh Mayhew as our leader, along Christopher Monroe running second, Jim Westerfield third, Ed Larson fourth, and your top 5 would be Tom Ogle running 5th right now.
Thomas on
Top 6 drivers are sitting on 26 lap tires right now, 27 in the 7th position with Chuck Harrell, but it sounds like the radio channels are lighting up and these guys are coming in.
Ed Adams in the pits. Ed Adams in the pits right now. He's getting some service work done around with Ralph. And 73 also in the pits. Jim Westerfield entering along with Tom Ogle and number 8, Chris Scales. All coming in for tires and service.
Top 9 drivers still have to pit yet, so let's see how when they decide to come on in. 89, Kevin Eitniear just announced he's pitting.
coming on fresh tires, Gary.
0-2 pit, 0-2 pit.
67's back out there trying to get his run together.
Yeah, Steve spent extended time getting repairs done after the melee with Brian Glass.
Yep, I'm basically showing him in the 25th position right now after leading the race for the most part of the beginning third, right?
That's correct. Our leader, Chris Monroe, is called out. He's going to be coming to the pits for the next lap. Second place, Jason Hounshield, also in the pits right now, along with Ronnie Outlaw.
Mike Watts just chimed in. He's going into pits now.
We'll have to give it a lap or two, Pete, to see how it all comes out after all the pits are made, to see who's gained advantage and who lost it a little bit out there.
Got a little battle with the 88 underneath the 7, 94 looking at where he can make his move on this whole thing. '88 just staying out of the way, being a lap car.
Pete, we are nearing the halfway point. We're going close to lap 48 out of 100. Hey, Pete, can you give us a top 10 rundown when you get a chance?
Top 10 rundown right now, guys. Let's see what we got here. We got Ed Adams, Josh Mayeu, Jim Westerfield, Ogle, John Held, Vernon, Mayhem, Chris Scales, D. Hunt, Christopher Moore, and you said Jason Hanshaw, right?
I believe that's correct, sir.
That's basically after the pits all shake out. That's where we are right now. Your top two, Ed Adams and Josh Mayeu.
Still have 16 cars on the lead lap yet, so half the field is still on the lead lap. Had a couple unlucky, could have been cautions, but everything stayed out green, and we lost a few cars getting laps down because of minor skirmishes out on the racetrack. Josh Robinson back in the pit area again. Everything's kind of stretching out, a lot of single file racing going on out there. Right now we're at the halfway point.
50 of 100. These guys ought to start thinking about the end of this race, and I think that's where we start having some of our issues. I'd expect 75 laps, 25 to go. These guys are going to start getting up on that wheel.
Oh, most definitely, Pete. We've got the first four guys within a second and a half of each other, so still kind of close in the front four yet.
'15 and '53 battling out side by side. '15's going to look underneath them again, cross the start finish line, going into turn one. Chris Monroe was not going to give up.
Pete, we got a good battle for the lead right now. We got Josh Mayhew charging hard against Ed Adams, and Jim Westerfield right behind Josh. 1, 2, and 3 could put a blanket on him right now.
I'll stay low, Jason. You can go by me.
Yeah, we just looked at that there, Wes. Definitely see the battle going on. Josh is up on top there. Really looking at it causing some trouble. 42's not going to give that spot easy.
No, Ed's going to hold his line and make Josh really earn it.
Still early though. 42 might let him go and just follow behind, but I don't know. I know 42, and I'll tell you what, Ed Adams is a tough racer. He'll race you every lap. 35 might gain on that, taking advantage of the slowdown, fighting the 42.
Oh, that's a nice battle. Now Tom Ogle also joined the battle in, so top four, man, they're right there all together.
Definitely 02 looks under the 42, giving them a slide. Let's see if he can hold it down there. Number 67, Steve Thompson, trying to just stay in front of these guys.
Right now, a 17th position. One lap down, he'd be our Brian Mansfield is one lap. He'd be our lucky dog if we could get a caution right now.
I don't know. I've seen these guys run way too many times. They're spread out enough that if they keep their patience about them, they could run this all the way through. So caution and lucky dogs are a big gamble with this group.
Josh Mayhew had a nice run coming out of 2, did get past Ed Adams.
35's looking underneath. Looks like 02 and 35 are going to fall in line. Hopefully we can finish that pass. .35 has a clear there. Let's see what happens.
Yep, slips it right in front of Ed Adams there. Nice job by Jim Westerfield.
Number 11 looking to jump on 42.
Gary Corbett entering the pits, getting some more repairs or tires and fuel.
We got a good battle in the back here around position 7 and 8 with 2 by 2 by 2. Christopher Scales and Jason Hanschel seem like they're battling out pretty good.
Josh is starting to stretch out the lead a little bit, and then Jim Westerfield kind of right in the middle between Josh and Ed, all about half a second apart away from each other.
Yeah, number 7 under the 75, they've been battling pretty good, like I said. The 8's just sitting there watching it in the rearview mirror. You know, I'm seeing everybody use all the racetrack though. I'm seeing low line, mid line, or second lane and third lane being used.
Yeah, trucks must be handling. The tires are still underneath them a little bit yet. You may see it go more one lane here as the tires get a little weaker here, but as a whole, the outside lane's still probably the preferred lane here. I see Gary Corbett call it quits and pull her into the old shed for the rest of the race.
Yeah, we seem to have 25 cars still out there out of our 33 starting grid.
We have a yellow out.
Don't know what it's for, but
boy, this could be something with fuel. If we'll be going back to green at around 35, 36 to go. It's going to be interesting to see what happens.
I don't even get fast until like the last 15
not quite
minutes
sure what happened here. Didn't see anything on the track.
The yellow guys can get the thing to touch.
But like you said, caution flags waving, and I think this is a good thing for a couple of drivers. They may get a lap back here.
Hey, since I brought that caution out, can I just speed going down pit road to get an EOL or what?
Okay, we look like we're going into pit lane right now. Pit seemed pretty busy. Our lap car staying out, of course, but everybody else coming down pit road.
I just can't remember how to serve that penalty because.
Yeah, you just want to make sure you start at the end of the longest line, so just you can wait until everybody goes by you, or you can speed, see if that can.
I'll just sit here.
Yeah.
I got repairs anyway, so.
Looks like Jim Westerfield got out of his pits really nice, and he's going to come out and actually take the lead of this race. Followed by Ed Adams and Thomas Ogle. Christopher Monroe and Josh Mayhew came out side by side. I'm not sure which one is in front of each other. It looks like right now that Chris made it in front of Josh.
That is the weirdest.
He's running fourth after all the pit stops are made.
I think maybe he passed out on his keyboard. Maybe he had one too many beers.
I'm just showing a Christopher Scales on lap 62 grabs a caution flag for some reason. I'm not quite sure where this all came out of.
Well, that'd be a bad break. Chris had a good race going and all that. Sad to see that happen to him.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what happened there. Like I said, we don't have a replay of that. Sorry, folks, but definitely pulled out of caution, and that's going to change things up a little bit.
You're clear up.
Be interesting to see, Coco, if anyone takes the waiver rounds trying to get a lap back or so to, and hope that another quick caution comes out that they can get some fresh rubber on their vehicle.
Well, what do they say, Ken? Cautions breed cautions, right?
That they do.
I'm looking at Jason Houndshell was up in the lead there along with Josh Mayeu. Comes out in fifth, possibly losing some spots in the pits.
Yeah, Vern lost a few too. I overheard that he bumped the button and shut the truck off and had to get it refired up and lost a whole bunch of positions on pit road.
Metro Ford. If you're looking
Yeah, he's down to 12th
vehicle,
right now. That's what's showing on the score sheet. So definitely that button bump cost him some.
To get you set up to get delivered free to your house anywhere in the United States. You can't beat that deal. A couple of my friends bought vehicles from him, brand new vehicles and used vehicles.
To me, it looks like we got one in the green there, Pete. Looks like we're going to double file them up here, and looks like a couple cars got the waiver round.
Personal email.
Chuck Carroll and Ronnie Outlaw took the waiver round and saved themselves from going another lap down.
Well, from what I see, that puts Double D, Ralph, 106.73. Jason, one lap down only, which is good.
Where's 65?
So we'll be coming back to green real soon here. They're going to the corner number 3. We got Jim Westerfield in the lead along with Ed Adams, Tom Ogle, Christopher Monroe, Josh Mayhew, Jason Houndshell, number 7 car John Held, 53 David Hunt, Kevin Eitniear, and I see the 8 car of Chris Scales running in your top 10.
That's no slouch top 10. They're all decent racers. Here we go. Green flag. They're on the pedal. Two by two in turns 1 and 2. Looks like Thomas Ogle wants that lead position from the 35 of Jim Westerfield. 89 underneath the 53, sitting there fighting it out, and 7 against the 75 fighting it out. Everybody trying to get their spot at this point.
Boy, it's a hell of a battle in the top 10 cars, though, isn't it, right now, Pete?
Oh yeah, they've got cars side by side, racing hard, definitely holding their line. We got 15 up into the wall, slowing down. Everybody seems to get around them underneath.
That was a bad break for Chris Monroe. He was running in the top 5 there.
You know, Tom, take some time for those tires to come up. He might have pushed out a little bit.
But we do continue going green here, and field is starting to strain out just a real little bit.
Most of these cars sitting in a nice pile about less than a tenth, or a little more than a tenth apart. So they're still trying to see where they'll figure out on this, huh?
Yeah, Pete, we still have 15 cars on the lead lap with 31 to go.
'75 scrapes the wall a bit, I believe. Coming out of turn 2. Everybody keeps moving, gets around him safe and clean.
Gaggle of cars 5th through 10th right now. You can throw a blanket under a whole bunch of cars at that point. Nice battle between Tom Ogle and Ed Adams right now, running for second.
Nice to see Brian Mansfield out there running with his new number. Chosen number 1, recently got that number, and he's looking at running a John Deere colored truck tonight, huh?
Yeah, Brian switched colors, switched numbers. Nice looking vehicle. Must be an old farm boy.
Puts himself right now, what, in 12th position. Not bad for a newcomer against the old bastards.
Great run for Brian. Top 10 cars are about 4 seconds apart from each other, so still for, you know, pretty nice little gap yet between the top 10. Steve Thompson, who was our leader early, running 22nd right now, 4 laps down. Looks like Josh Mayhew coming into the pits. Going to do a quick gas and go.
Coming down pit road, trying to keep it at, what, 55 mile an hour is pit speed at this point?
45,
nice
Pete, 45. Well, we'll see what happens. Josh did a short pit here and see if that's gonna come in. I see Jim Westerfield is also pitting the leader right now. He's coming in. He must have seen the 02 come in early and figured he better do the same so he doesn't lose track position after all the green flag stops. This puts Thomas Ogle in the lead, about 2.5 seconds over John Held.
Looks like we got the number 1 of Brian Mansfield fighting a 106. Maybe a lap down car? No, just in a different position, 13th position. So they're battling it out.
Are you still in here, Glenn? I think he left. He's lucky because if he had his nap, I'd go get him.
I believe I just heard John Hill getting ready to come in and make a pit stop. Yes, John is in pit road right now. Coming in to get some tires and fuel for the rest of the event. Tom Ogle has a 4-second lead over second place Kevin Eitniear. Dave Hunt running third.
Number 1's looking under the 65 with 35 in tow. Number 1 looks like he's going to finish that pass before going into turn 1. 35 is going to step underneath. I just heard Thomas Ogle, number 1 position, shouting out to be in the pits. There he goes down pit lane.
I was watching Josh Mayhew a few laps ago, passing a couple of lap cars. Josh really pushing hard, trying to make those new tires and come up the heat real quick here. He's trying to just run as fast as he can right now, and with all the green flag pit stops going on. So it should be interesting once it all checks out and see what all comes out.
Looks like pit road's getting quite busy. I'm hearing some radio chatter that's calling a lot of people into the pits. This would be our last pit stop, I'm assuming, so should be quite interesting when they come out.
See, Vern Marheim is in pit road right now.
The number 11 of Thomas Ogle's coming out of joining the field again, coming out of the pits.
Josh Mayhew just snuck by him going down the backstretch as Tom was coming up to speed. A lot of cars in front of Josh right now. He's trying to split in between a couple slower cars. Does a nice job.
83 of 100 laps. Seems like they're getting up on the wheel and they're not as patient today, right now.
Gary Prince made a real nice move for Josh, giving Josh plenty of room to sneak underneath them. Kevin Eitniear leading this right now, 4 seconds over Dave Hunt. I believe Dave is pulling it in the pits right now.
You're good. Stay there. Stay there.
You're clear.
Got Thomas Ogle closing in real fast on Josh Mayhew.
Well, that sucked balls.
Tom's got a couple laps fresher rubber than what Josh does, so it'll be kind of interesting to see how this all checks out.
The 66 is Stu Thompson also pulling up 2 spots, coming from the 22nd position to 20th position right now.
Kevin Eitniear, our leader, just went in the pits along with Double D DeJeris in the 95 truck.
That puts Jason Houndshell and Christopher Monroe in first and second from, 75, slides into the wall. Slows down drastically, 67 passes him by along with the 23 as well.
Thomas Ogle did get around Josh Mayhew.
135's radio just lit up. Chuck Harrell's coming into the pits.
Chris Monroe is leading our race right now, 2.5 over Jason Houndshell.
I'll tell you what, after Jason did that wall ride there, he really did a nice job coming back, not losing too much.
Yeah, nice job by Jason. I see Brian Mansfield's running top 3 right now. He's on a podium finish, but I believe Brian's got to run a pit stop yet.
Sorry about that.
I'm watching number 11, Thomas Ogle. He's closing that gap pretty fast. He's got himself on the move right now.
Yeah, he's got a lot of fresh rubber underneath him right now. He just got by Jason really nice and clean.
Yeah, he seems right now pretty quick. Now he's got his eyes set up on 23 right now, looking high. Passes 23 with no incident. High, 23 stays low as being a lap car down. That's good going by Josh.
We got 12 laps to go here, Pete. What do you think's going to happen here the rest of the way here?
I'll tell you what, I have my money sitting on Jason Houndshell. If his car's not damaged so badly that he's got aero damage. It looks like somebody just went into pits. It might have been Jason.
Yeah, Jason just did go into pit lane now.
Yeah, basically, we didn't know how much damage he had, and I couldn't get a report on that, but I would have expected him to be up front. At that point, I'm going to say that, I'm looking at Thomas Ogle move through this field pretty good. I still think Chris Monroe knows how to do it and can keep his truck out front.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Chris has enough fuel to make her all the way to the end, though.
That's the only thing we can't see, huh, Ken?
That's true.
He did 3 pits, and he's running on his 27th lap on them tires. He doesn't have enough. 9 laps? I don't know.
Maybe he's waiting for a late caution to come out.
Well, I'll tell you what, that puts our number 1, Brian Mansfeld, in the catbird seat, right?
Yeah, it does. He's running second right now with Jim Westerfield running third.
New number, new car, maybe a win? What do you think?
Hey, anything's possible.
75's joining the field again, finishing this race up.
Yeah, thank you. Alright, let me get out of Dodge here.
We're on the 93rd lap of 100 coming up.
Yeah, Chris Monroe calling out. He's got to make a pit stop.
That puts our Brian Mansfield number 1 in the lead, and with enough fuel, you're saying Brian's showing 3 pit stops as well. So he's going to have to come in too. Jim Westerfield's going to be sitting there in the first place position not long.
Yeah, Jim Westerfield ran a really smart race so far. We'll see if this thing stays green, because it would be an advantage to him if it does.
I think it becomes, again, bound between Jim Westerfield and Thomas Ogle on the number 11. And Thomas was moving through the field pretty well, but right now I've got, Thomas sitting behind Jim, and we'll have to see how that turns out. Brian's sitting on 30-lap tires right now. I don't know how much fuel he's got left in that thing. He might want to start shaking it side to side.
Even if he does have to pit, he did drive one heck of a race tonight. He just makes a call. He's got to come in for pits. He's almost out of fuel. That's a shame. What a great run for Brian.
That was a really good run for Brian. If he could have stretched it out a little bit, maybe one more caution, I think he had been in good space. Good job for him.
OBRL does run a green-white checkered, so if we do have a caution real late, yes, we do go into extended time.
I'm showing Jim and number 35 and number 11, Thomas Ogle. I'm showing them less than a tenth apart. I don't know how that's going to turn out.
It's going to be a great run for the last 6 laps here. Flag man holding up 5 fingers, telling the lead or telling the driver that there's 5 laps to go.
We got a nice battle sitting here with the 89 and the 28. They're still fighting back here. They're not giving up in 5th and 6th spot, definitely.
Not sure what happened to Ed Adams, but I see he's like 6 or 7 laps down.
Not quite sure. He is 7 laps down right now. Right now, looking at the number 35, number 11 of Thomas Ogle, they're definitely going to be battling it out with 4 laps to go.
I think Jim's going to make that truck awfully wide the next couple laps, make it very difficult for Tom Ogle to get by him.
Oh yeah, they're definitely going to be battling this out. I'm sitting here right now in a perfect position to see what happens. Jim staying on that high side, Tom in the second groove.
Jim keeping that momentum up high. See Josh Mayeu, leader from before, he's running third, about 5 seconds back.
2 laps to go. Number 11 doesn't seem to be able to get quite to the bumper of the 35 of Jim Westerfield.
He might be cooling his tires and make one final run that last lap in that last corner. See if he can pull it down low and do a slide job on him.
He pulled it up a little bit on his back bumper going in the 3. Number 67, Steve Thompson, got a front row seat to this action, sitting in, right behind him.
Awesome seat watching this battle right in front of him.
The white flag is waved. Seems that 35 pushing pretty hard. Number 11, Thomas Ogle, backs off a little bit, tries to get the run. Closing that gap on the back bumper, looks underneath them, going in 3. Side by side, coming off on turn 4. Down the front stretch. Oh, we have a little error, but can't tell.
I got booted 10 laps ago.
He did.
Good one, Jim.
He vanished with a quarter lap to go.
Booted though, but
Thomas Ogle seemed to have network issues on the final stretch of the final lap, possibly costing him second position.
That put Chris Scales finishing third in this race. What a great finish for Chris Scales.
We'll have to wait for the official results, but that was something we were not expecting.
The start finish line.
Pete, that was an awesome race. Good job by the OBL drivers out there. What a great job out there, everyone.
I think it's going to be fantastic. Hopefully we can get a chance to talk to the top 3, which would be Jim Westerfield, Josh Evil Myers in the 02, and Chris Scales in the number 8.
What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about. We were talking about it. I said, man, I let them go by, and I was not easy with Thomas. I'm sure he recognized that.
I did. I was like, yep, here we go. Then they were distances like 2 seconds. I get it.
It's all love.
Well, they're not his teammates; they're just his mate.
Oh, you always got to take it to the brown side.
Alrighty.
Good race as always, guys.
Well, it'll only cost me 4 spots.
Just an awesome finish by a lot
That
of these
sucks
guys.
for everybody who got dropped.
Got through, I believe, with 2
Yeah, it
cautions
does.
tonight.
Yeah, that's the only thing that sucks.
We're going to try and get in contact with our top 3 finishers.
Okay, I'm looking to speak with Chris Scales first. Hopefully we can get him. Chris Scales, hey, you got Cocoa Puffs and Ken Schultz in the booth. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I got you, man.
Hey, the last lap of that was kind of crazy. We kind of saw that Thomas Ogle had network errors. It shows you in the top in the 3rd position. Is that
Yeah, nice little surprise there last lap.
I'll tell you what, you still ran a hell of a race tonight. How was your truck feeling?
Pretty good. Just try to keep it off the wall and try to keep the incidents down, and got that, I think, for the most part.
Well, that's fantastic. I'll tell you what, it was a joy to watch you guys tonight. OBRL drivers did a hell of a job all the way around. I think they kept it pretty clean. I think they kept that truck running pretty good. Ken, what do you have for Chris?
Chris, did you have any problems towards the middle of the race? We've seen that you might have been involved with bringing out one of the...
I don't think I did have a little scrape with the wall, but no, I don't think I caused anything. Hopefully, I wasn't involved in anything major.
You drove one whale of a race there, buddy. I'm glad to see you did so well. Catch you again sometime this weekend. Good job, and we'll catch you.
For sure. Thanks, guys.
All right, Chris. Nice job, buddy. We'll send you back up. Thank you.
You got that guy you want to throw a water bottle at, you know, just get him over a jump or 2.
Yeah, Jim Westerfield going out there and spinning some donuts in celebration for his fantastic win tonight.
Hey, Josh, this is Cocoa Puffs in the booth. Can you hear me?
I sure can, man.
Hey, Josh, heck of a race out there, man. We were watching.
I lost you there.
I said we were watching you all night. That was a great race. How was your truck for you tonight?
Oh, man, it was pretty good. I was really good on the long runs. Just saved my equipment, and thank God I finished with top 3. I was trying to get that win, but Jim took 2. That definitely helped.
Yeah, we noticed. I don't know if you realized that Thomas Ogle had himself a little problem there, and it looked like he might have had a network connection issue. But he fell off, and it changed everything up for everybody in the back of you guys. But all night long, I seen you battling it out up front there, and I knew that you'd be one to contend with. So great job out there. And Ken, anything for Josh?
Josh, just want to say, hey, man, you had a whale of a run out there. Did you have any problems out there with any of the drivers, any of the cautions, any near hits or near misses?
No, me and Ed, my teammate, we had a close little battle going on there. That was fun. It's hard to pass at Kansas, especially on the inside. But other than that, it was great fun. Lap traffic was a little iffy to get by, but everything went well.
Well, congratulations on a great second place finish, and we'll catch you soon.
I appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Great job, Josh. Great job, Josh. Have a great night, and congratulations on the second place there.
Appreciate it, Coco. Thank you.
Yes, sir. We'll send you back up. Thank you again.
Yep.
Yeah.
The man of the hour, Jim Westerfield. We got you in the broadcast booth. Can you hear us, buddy?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. Looking forward to speaking to you. A heck of a race tonight, huh?
Oh, man, it was definitely a workout, that's for sure, running on that high line.
Oh, yeah. So we saw that Thomas Ogle giving you some trouble in the last lap there, and then just vanished. Were you as surprised as...
Yes, I was, but I did get to see me pulling away from him right before he vanished, so that made me feel a little bit better. But that was a hell of a fight there at the end, and I took 2 tires on that last pit stop, so I kind of figured it was going to happen. I was trying my hardest not to let him buy me, though.
Absolutely, absolutely. We saw you. He actually on lap 2 tried to kind of back off, reel you in, and saw that you were too smart for that. But definitely, I watched you pull away from right coming out of turn 4. We kind of lost him, so definitely you had the run. You're definitely taking it. But any trouble with them cautions early?
No, I stayed clean. Luckily, I was in the right place at the right time.
Sounds good. And again, congratulations on that finish. Podium or pole or top spot. That's fantastic. Ken, what do you got for
Hey, Jim, great run tonight. Congratulations on your win. Did you have any problems on the left traffic tonight, or was left traffic working with you really nice tonight?
They're working very well tonight. Sometimes that is an issue, but tonight they were definitely letting the leaders go by, and the faster cars, if I was a lap down and they were on the lead lap, they still let me by. So they did very good.
Yeah, it looks like your pit strategy paid off going with 2 tires. It was a nice thing that you tried to do there, trying to preserve the win. Great job on that. Congratulations on your win, and we will catch you soon.
Yes, I had to try something to get my first OBRL win, and I finally got it, man. It was definitely a lot of hard work with this competition, that's for sure.
Congratulations to you.
Great run, great driver, Jim. You have a great night, and thanks again for coming down talking with us. And we look forward to seeing you up in this broadcasting booth, taking more interviews and taking that top spot again.
Me too, and thank you for the broadcast.
You're welcome, buddy. Have a great night. We'll talk to you later.
You too.
All right, Ken. Well, that's all I have from the OBRL TV style broadcast of Kansas Speedway on our Wednesday night. Mohave Homes. I think that was a nice race, a great race to see. Definitely enjoyable to watch, and those guys really battled it out from start to finish.
Yeah, it was a great night, and Pete, I want to thank you again for inviting me up to the tower. I really enjoyed being with you. I'll be back on the racetrack here in the next couple of weeks. I'm still trying to get healed up and get comfortable here. It's hard for me to sit down for a long period of time, so thanks again, Pete, for inviting me. I had a great time working with you.
Fantastic. Well, guys, thanks for joining our OBRL TV style race broadcast. We'll be broadcasting Wednesday nights truck races from here on out, hopefully, should we have the staff to accompany us. And thanks again for watching. If you're interested, make sure you check out the OBRL race website at obrl.net and apply. See you next week, guys. Bye-bye.